while there were very public insults traded between Donald Trump and Justin Trudeau, they do have a functioning relationship.
I'm curious, what is the case for not paying 2%? These countries can afford it.
Well, for the case of Canada, we'll talk about the current government. They would say we have social programs that we use for our citizens, pharmacare, dental care, other things. And if we can't choose to do this and that. So it is going up.
Yeah, we can't do both.
And I want Canadians to know that no matter what Americans choose tonight, Canada will be just fine. I would even say more than fine. Canada is going to support Ukraine for as long as it takes.
You're not going to believe the words that come out of these Canadians' mouths.
I think women are going to reject Donald Trump.
Why wouldn't
For
they?
a lot of reasons.
It may not happen tonight. Again,
No.
it was Saturday, 11:30. In 2020. So
breaking for the Democrats, early voters saying, yes, I've already voted, and they're far more likely to be Democratic voters. So,
and the source said, well, my gut is she's got it.
Waiting in line around the block in order to vote. So this isn't just anecdotal. This is like empirical evidence. We may not know the final result tonight. We always win the popular vote. As Kamala Harris says, when we fight, when we go out there, we're going to win.
Is there something you're hearing and seeing today that worries you?
Frankly, I'm racking my brain, but no.
Adrian, I don't know if you can hear it, but it is an absolute dance party here.
Look at them all dancing.
People are line dancing. They're expecting more than 1,000 students and staff.
The Harris campaign has not had any gaffes. It's been flawless. But remember, 57% of women rejected Donald Trump in the last election. And I do believe that now there will be more women rejecting Donald Trump, and certainly white women and white conservative women.
And of these 4 swing states, Donald Trump only leading in one right now. Here's the surprise, Ohio. And you can see it's pretty close, but a lead for Kamala Harris.
This is very tight.
Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland, for joining us. We appreciate it. Both these candidates, for example, have said that they will use the review of the new NAFTA to make it better for the United States. So
I can't listen to her. The scariest woman in Canada is going to speak.
Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland, for joining us. We appreciate it. Both these candidates, for example, have said that they will use the review of the new NAFTA to make it better for the United States. So, you have to wonder, what is the distinction between the two for you?
And I have heard a lot of people talking about their anxiety on your show. And so I do just want to start by saying, I know a lot of Canadians are anxious. But I really want people to be reassured, and I want Canadians to know that no matter what Americans choose tonight, Canada will be just fine. I would even say more than fine. Canada is going to support Ukraine for as long as it takes. And I have real confidence that Ukraine is going to succeed and that Putin is going to fail and he will lose.
He's going to lose.
And I want Canadians to hear that. And for Ukrainians who are listening tonight, I want them to know Canada is your friend today and Canada will be your friend tomorrow.
Don't think that means that this is a night where Trump is steamrolling to a win.
Well, the fact that it's really early right now. I mean, we're not seeing anything that is super significant.
A little bump. You just saw a bump. 151 for Donald Trump.
So, this number can be misleading, particularly for a Canadian audience who looks at that and says, look at that overwhelming lead for Donald Trump. But for the most part, it reflects what we were expecting.
That Vice President Harris will win in a close election.
I'm telling you that women are really frustrated that Donald Trump has gone around bragging about how he's essentially created a nationwide, or attempting to create a nationwide ban on abortion by getting rid of Roe. And it's really going to play out with women.
We're not looking at just victory. We're looking at a wipeout. A wipeout? When the polls are showing things are so close? I mean, but a wipeout is pretty confident. And Trump will receive more electoral college votes than he received in 2016. How old are you? You're with the Young Republicans. I'm 28.
Adrian, the vibe has completely changed. About an hour and a half ago, just straight up nausea.
With Musk's relationship with defense contracts in the U.S., but also his relationship with Russia and China and connections, that has to be complicated.
If it's a Trump White House, and if the Senate goes Republican, you know, not to get too far ahead of our skis.
When
here,
it goes Republican.
Say that?
When it goes Republican.
You know.
They have shot way up to between 85 and 90% in all the different various markets.
Poly market.
And so that is something I, appreciate the way that you say that there are a lot of people who believe that he's going to win.
Yeah.
And when we talk about the betting odds and the belief, that's the thing that makes those of us who actually broker in like real facts and data concerned, because people's attitudes and opinions about what they believe that are based in nothing other than someone's attitude and lies about something being rigged that aren't really true end up having like really fatal consequences for a lot of minorities in the United States.
Oh, it gets better, guys.
And if Kamala Harris does not pull it off?
I won't be able to get rid of my baby.
I don't really have words for that right now. I will be devastated.
The one prediction we've been absolutely right about, it's really close.
That's close?
I knew that's where you...
Might not have been rigged at the ballot box, but they did suppress a laptop that would have changed votes.
Yeah,
we know that.
That happened.
They did change voting rules all over the place.
It's not true. Let's not spread misinformation on air. That's not true.
What's that?
What? Misinformation? Zuckerberg admitted that Facebook suppressed stories about Hunter Biden's laptop before the 2020 election. YouTube limited the spread of Hunter Biden laptop story before the 2020 election. Who's the one spreading misinformation?
Absolutely true. We have public polling for it.
That's not true, which is why there's been no litigation around it and no one's been held liable for that. This is directly out of Hitler's playbook. This is out of an autocrat playbook.
Proud. Their candidate is very much winning. And you can hear, okay, this might be a sign, Adrian, because they turned up the music real loud, and on those two big screens, you are seeing Donald Trump drive from here, maybe even 5 minutes, with a kind of detail. This crowd is starting to dance, Adrian. This is the first time. I mean, they're waiting for Donald Trump to hit that podium, and Donald Trump wins this, he would be only.
Let's hope it's not to claim victory early, because this isn't over yet. This has not yet been determined. Some states, a bit of a bump up there for Donald Trump.
It is slowly morphing into what feels more closer to possibly a funeral. It's not there yet. It's not there yet.
Oh, it's there.
But the vibe has shifted dramatically.
And it's so tight right now here in North Carolina. So while this is tight and Donald Trump is certainly in the lead.
America, essentially the power structure in America was, made up mostly of a certain kind of person, right? There was a white power element to that. And you're seeing that play out in these elections too.
Maybe.
A good night's rest, because the fight continues tomorrow and probably throughout the week.
It is not over yet. Then will take us deep into the night, potentially into the next few days.
The second thing the president can do is cut off Ukraine and cost Ukraine the war.
And Adrian, we're about to get a Fox News projection.
Let's go! Yes! We flipped the Senate!
Fox News has just projected that the Republicans will gain control of the Senate. You will not be surprised to learn that here at a Trump watch party, Fox News is on every channel and it is broadcasting on every speaker throughout this place, making it very difficult to hear.
So hard to hear.
Sam was very excited, screaming, "We flipped the Senate."
I love these
This
kids.
election is mainly going to hinge on Pennsylvania, and right now it's not looking good for Harris. I think Trump's going to win. I'm pretty confident. I think he's going to win enough votes in California to win the popular vote.
So, Sam, you're involved with an organization called Young Americans for Liberty.
Inflation has been so terrible. The cost of living, it's one of my top issues, because I want to be able to, buy a house and raise a family, and thank you for letting me on.
All right, Adrian, back to you. That's Sam Brown from Virginia. The Sam Brown decision desk projecting Donald Trump victory in the popular vote and in the White House. We've got to wait for the official results a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah, we do. Listen, thanks to Sam Brown there. A couple things.
Two things here.
Yes, Virginia has absolutely gone to Kamala Harris. That is responsible for some of the bump you see down there. No one is calling the Senate yet. That may be coming very, very soon, but I appreciate that Sam's excited there and that Fox News has done it. But that's just a reminder of how we do this here at CBC, because,
like idiots.
It's one of those things where you don't want to be
That's what
known
you
as a
are.
network that's always first for breaking
Idiots.
news and never wrong for long.
I'm
Always wrong.
watching.
The character from Star Trek has something to tell you guys. Your earrings are out of this world. What are you going to say?
I'm watching right now Tammy Baldwin in Wisconsin.
Oh.
That's a tough one. She was the first lesbian elected to the Senate.
Oh, no,
in,
the lesbian's
in the
gonna
States and
lose.
Has been there for many, many years. Arizona's actually looking good still with Ruben Gallegos, so we'll see what happens there.
Behind me is sort of the main area. One thing that's certainly noticeable
Woo,
here.
who's that
The other
hot
thing
little
is
mama
there
there?
are these
Work
gigantic
it, girl.
American flags, like the size of a side of a house. They're a gigantic part of the decorations here. One of the
For that, but that's who we may be seeing tonight is President J.D. Vance in the not too distant future. I mean,
well, Donald Trump seems to be able to survive anything, so.
So CBC News is now ready to make a state call. And that is that Donald Trump will win Georgia, and it's 16 electoral votes. That pushes him closer to winning the 2024 election. You will remember
is that he is a bully and he is vindictive.
Yeah, well, your father's a whore.
We're actually in Novi,
I love this.
Michigan.
She gets excited. She gets excited here,
Just
then
called
scolded.
Pennsylvania. This is the response.
Just called Pence. She has a seat. She's going to enjoy it. They smarten her up, though.
So it's only Fox News so far, just for whatever it's worth,
Yeah.
Susan. That's called
right.
Pennsylvania. We certainly haven't
Susan.
called it yet.
Susan.
Not that it's not coming,
No, I
but not
appreciate
yet.
that, but that's what they've been reacting to here
Get
this
checked.
evening is Fox News calling the states. So I appreciate we are not calling Pennsylvania.
Sorry for getting excited.
This is the reaction to the other states that have been called for Donald Trump. And
Because I do think it's important that people know that while there were very public insults traded between Donald Trump and Justin Trudeau, they do have a functioning relationship.
They do have a great relationship. Trump just asked him to be the governor of the 51st state.
In that instance, I don't think that's hyperbole. That he believes that, does he not?
To pay 2%?
Yeah.
Of course he believes that. He's been.
NATO. Canada refuses to pay their 2% bill. Pay your bills, bitch.
saying the same thing for years now. And
The whole we won't protect you if you don't.
Don't deserve it.
Well, that's a negotiating. I don't know that he wants global chaos to break out if you know, a NATO country is attacked and he's not going to do anything to help. I highly doubt that because he's all about results.
You're about to hear the best line of the night.
You know, I'm curious why. What is the case for not paying 2%? These countries can afford it.
Well, for the case of Canada, we'll talk about the current government. They would say we have social programs that we use for our citizens, pharmacare, dental care, other things.
Cleanings. That's why they can't pay. Cleanings. Some elderly get free cleanings. That's why we can't pay the bill.
And if we can't choose to do this and that, so it is going up.
Yeah, we can't do both.
But that would be the government's argument. I'm not saying it's the right one, but it's a priorities thing. It's a choice. And let's be clear: when Canada is neighbors to the United States, we totally take advantage of your military might and the fact that if something happens, you know, you guys are not going to let us go up and smoke. That's, you know, so that's a factor, I think, as well, and a frustrating factor.
That's how Canada
for
thinks.
and has been a frustrating factor for the Biden administration too.